What's up, guys, and welcome back to SCUM. Now, we are no longer at the prison. In fact, we are heading down to the bottom of the dam because there's some security lockers down there, as well as a whole bunch of military crates and stuff. So we're going to head down that way. And the reason that we're still up here on top of the bridge is because I wanted to show those of you that may be new to SCUM uh, the little back way to get down there. You know, you may look at the map and go, oh, you'd have to go all the way down and around, blah, 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 or, way out this way. No, there's actually a little, trail that goes just from the top of the dam down to the bottom of the dam. And it's right here. It doesn't look like anything, but if you come off the bridge to the, was it west side? You said north. What? Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, if you come off to the north end of the bridge, and just as soon as you get past these barricades, hang a left, and we will show you the path. Now, for a lot of you, you probably already know this, but this is for the people that are new to SCUM, or that just haven't been up this way, or whatever. But I know there are a lot of people that are new to SCUM that watch my channel, so I try to give little helpful tips to people that are new. But anyway, you'll just kind of follow along down here. Don't get too close to the edge, because it is a long drop. You'll have to go through this bush here, or you can technically go around it, but if memory serves, this path is big enough that you can get, like, the bigger vehicles down, so like the Rager, the Leica. It's going to be tight in a few places, because you got a whole lot of little switchbacks and whatnot. And a lot of places that you're just really close to rocks and such. But it is a much, much faster way to get down. Now, like there, don't go that way. Do not get too close to the edge. But there is just kind of a obvious or semi-obvious kind of pathway that you can follow here. Just hug the rocks, basically. Hug the big rock wall. Also, I apologize if you can hear my dog eating in the background. Or my cat getting ready to knock over stuff on the edge of the sofa here. So if you hear a loud crash or other miscellaneous noises, that's what's going on. Now here's where it starts to get a little tight. You start having these logs and stuff like that. Whoop, and then we get stuck on stuff. Because of course we do. I'm curious to see how this bike does coming back up this hill, because it's not very good on hills in general. But yeah, you're gonna have to squeeze through some trees, but I'm pretty sure you can get a Rager through that. But just be careful on some of these areas, like right here, you get to a slope where, hey, big drop off. And again, sorry to those of you that already know about this. This is for people that are new to SCUM or that just don't know about this area yet. It's not particularly exciting, but it is a very handy thing to know if you're up in this area and you're wanting to go from, the top of the dam to the bottom of the dam, or just get out of the snowy area quickly. It's quite handy. Now, like I say, you do have to be careful, as it gets a little dicey here in certain places, particularly if you're in a bigger vehicle. But I love little trails like this, You know, and especially on a vehicle like this, on a motorcycle. Because I personally love just exploring in SCUM. Actually, in any game, I love exploring. So, finding little paths like this is really nice. But anyway, now we are back down here at the bottom of the dam, and it spits you out right outside the gate. So for finding your way back up, just just hang a left at the big power line tower here. You can see the path over there. But anyway, we're gonna go get in here. Also, for those of you that are new to SCUM, if you want to get out of your vehicle without turning it off, hit Shift and F when you dismount, rather than just F. Hang on, I want those. And we're okay on shirts and stuff right now. Now, I do apologize because the dam itself, the water coming out of it, is quite loud. So I hope you guys can still hear me over it. If not, I may have to lower the volume. But I will say I almost always encounter NPCs here, so just be prepared for that. Hopefully we don't die. Yeah, we'll take that. I did go ahead and make another sewing kit. And we are going to pick up some scrap while we're here. Well, that was just terrible. That was even worse. Uh-oh. Oh, goody. We got a lot of friendos here already. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad we made plenty of arrows before coming here. How did that one miss? That one shouldn't have missed. I hear another. I thought I heard another one over that way, but I did. Where are you? Oh, you're up there. Okay. Yep, come on, come over here. What'd you do? You sprained your ankle? Oh, that's a shame. Okay. Well, now we can get into the energy stuff. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take the chocolate bars. Because I forgot that you need those for making hot chocolate. And, you know, up where we are in the snowy area, that actually sounds really good. How we doing on vitamins? Not too bad, but let's go ahead and just do that. I don't care about any of that. So that's interesting. I don't usually find medical stuff in these. Also, I do apologize if I'm sniffly. You guys are probably used to that by now, but the air is very, very dry here, and I've been having a whole lot of sinus issues and scratchy throat, stuff like that. So, if I do a lot of throat clearing and stuff like that, I do apologize. I will try not to do it too much. Now, I'm going to hold off on going inside for the moment, just because that's normally where we encounter friendos with boomsticks. Huh. Fascinating. You know what? Realistically, we probably don't... Well, I mean, we're not getting overheated yet, so... I guess we're fine for now. Let me know what you guys think of the loot settings. Because right now, loot is doubled, but it sure seems like we're not finding very much a lot of the time, you know? So let me know what you guys think of the loot settings. If we need to adjust them, we can. Now, interestingly, I'm not hearing anybody inside. Normally they start coming out when you get close to the building. Now, there's a lot of crates and stuff up on the roof. So we're heading up yonder ways. Also, normally I don't really wear the helmets, but it takes up a lot more space in the backpack than the beanie. And if we do encounter friendos, it might not be the worst thing to have a helmet, you know? Now there's... Whoop! Oh, hi! I was just gonna say there's... Ow! There's not normally puppets up here, and then you had to go and be here. Asshole. Also made me lose an arrow. Never mind, I found it. I really personally don't care for the Desert Eagle red dots. The military compasses, the reason I take those, they sell quite well. If they're in good condition, they sell pretty darn well. Let's see, I want to keep you down here so that I don't throw you away. Good condition peacekeeper. That's nice. You know, this place seems like it would be a good place for PvP. Just from the standpoint of you could have a sniper up here. And actually, I would love to just do that with puppets. You know, just come up here with a Car 98. We technically have that 1891 now. We could get some ammo for it, or I need to make some ammo for it. You know, but come up to places like this and just try and pick off puppets from a distance. Is that a puppet way the hell over there? Yep. Couple of them. See them moving down there? Right about there. Couple of them way out there. Did I just hear an NPC? Did you guys hear that? I swear I just heard a voice. Well, there's another friendo up here. Hi, buddy. Kabiff, kapow, bazinga. Hiya. You guys aren't normally up here. This is honestly the first time that I've encountered puppets up here. How did you guys even get up here? You guys can't climb ladders. How did you get up here? Ooh, NVGs, those sell very well. Those are 99% ones too. Hot diggity. Did we get that one already? Yeah. Oh, miscellaneous shotgun shells. Perfect. I'd honestly prefer slugs, but I will take buckshot. Ooh, that's actually a good condition 1911. I sold the two 1911s that we had, I believe. I don't think I kept a 1911. Perhaps I should, though. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I just don't like the 1911 because of the capacity. You know, the revolvers, yeah, they still suck with capacity, but they can't jam. And so you do have that level of benefit. And reloading with the revolvers, you can top them off at any point. You don't have to have loaded magazines. You know, the 1911, you have to have loaded magazines ready to go, and they only hold 7 rounds. So that's really unfortunate. You know, because for 7 rounds, that takes up a lot of space. You know, the revolvers, by comparison, you know, a full slot or stack of ammunition for them is 20 rounds. And so you get almost 3 times the amount of ammo in the same inventory space. Yeah, reloading's a little bit slower, but I don't know. If I'm gonna run 45, I would rather run it in the block or like the UMP or the Thompson, which honestly I still prefer the UMP over the Thompson. For me, the Thompson's only real benefit, ooh, some crackers, is that it, you know what, I don't remember how well those sell, is that it has that 50 round drum. That's the big benefit of the Thompson. Actually, you know what? I will take these. I can't put them in there. Drat. I can just tuck those in my pocket. Another good condition 1911. Oh. Well, you take up a lot of space. That really bugs me. My backpack's at 96%. It should not be damaged to the point that you can't use any of the inventory space at 96%. You know, that I really hope they change that, because the new damage system that they did for the clothing and the gear is just ridiculous. Like, here you got a tiny scratch on your backpack. Now it can hold less stuff. Like, no. I hear you. Where? There you are. Anybody in there? No? Okay. Good. Fantastic. We found a wheelbarrow. That's exactly what we need. I have used the wheelbarrow before in single player, when that's the only thing you have and you just need the inventory space. Yeah, we'll take it. Definitely not something that I want to have to use, though. Now, like, having one at your base could be handy, because they do have a decent amount of inventory space. Hey, we will take that. Let's see. We have a small gas can. I was really hoping for a yellow screwdriver. Now, somebody on the Discord server, or, well, the Wolfpack server, shared a custom quest that they had made. You see how much inventory space you get with the wheelbarrow? Holy crap. Where, they made a custom quest where you can turn in red screwdrivers and get... magazines really don't sell very well, but whatever. You can turn in red screwdrivers and essentially trade them for yellow screwdrivers. Now, I'm not exactly sure how you do the custom quests, but it's not difficult from what I understand. So we may have to try that, because that sounds like a really interesting idea. I would like to be able to do that, because I would love to be able to, you know, take all these red screwdrivers and go trade them in for yellow ones. Now, I think they had it set up to where, like, you turn in 6 red screwdrivers, and you can, and the reward for that is 1 yellow screwdriver. I might do the requirement a little bit higher. We'll see. Just because 6 red screwdrivers only amounts to maybe 18 uses. You know, if they're complete screwdrivers. Compared to the 40 that you get out of a yellow screwdriver. Yay, I can finally repair this frickin' thing. What? It took the whole roll of duct tape? And it didn't... Okay, well, that's unfortunate. But we'll see. Yes! Rebar cutter! We've been needing one of those. Damn it. Repair this, then. I need the inventory space. God. These things are just really irritating. Down there. Can you fit in there now? Yes. Perfect. Okay. Alrighty, and we're getting pretty darn full on stuff. Howdy. Damn it. Die better. Fuse box of nails. I'll take the nails. We always need more nails and bolts for construction. Give me my arrows, please. Thank you. Hey, there's some slugs. Beautiful. Free lockpick. Okay, we are just about full. I came down here specifically hoping to find tools. So, but now with that rebar cutter, we can finally make our workbench. That's the one thing that's been keeping me from crafting the workbench back at base, is not having a rebar cutter to do it. But now we got one, so hot diggity dang. We don't really need wire cutters for anything. Wire cutters you need for some of the little mini games for diffusing things. Ooh, box of nails. Okay, and that's it for this way, isn't it? Or there's another shed way the hell down there. You know what? I'm going to check it just in case it might have a yellow screwdriver. It won't, but, you know. Oh, this backpack is heavy. Now, I could, in theory, keep this armor, but I don't like that one. I don't like how bulky it is. You know, huh. I don't remember this little boat dock being here before. Has that always been here? I don't normally come all the way out here. There's another drill. Oh, hey, some more earplugs. That'll work. You know what? Orange juice has some vitamins. How we doing on... Oh, yep. Oh, yeah, I forgot I was thirsty. Drink all of that, then. Perfect. We do still have a drill back at base. And yeah, we don't even have room to carry it. Let's put you there, maybe. Is that one? Yeah. There, now I can see things further away until we get a scope. That's the thing, once we get a scope, I don't ever bother with binoculars. Anywho. Huh. Interesting. I wonder how this would work as a little base location. You'd have a good looting area right there. And then you could zippity-doo-dah back up the goat trail there to get to the top of the dam and go to the trader. But you're still in a nice, temperate climate down here. Got a decently flat area here. Got source of fresh water, fish, etc. Might be something to consider. Let me know what you guys think. I'm all for, you know, making multiple bases kind of all over the map just for the sake of trying different designs and different locations and whatnot. You know? Because a design that works in one location doesn't necessarily work in another location. And I like the idea of having a boat dock, you know, already there. And again, you'd be right next to a pretty decent loot location. It's not great, but the security lockers in the main building make it worth it, generally speaking. Oh, hey, look at all the friendos out there. Several friendos. We're just going to try to avoid them because there's multiple of them. And I can't run very fast. Oh, hi. I really hope that the noise for the dam is not too loud for you guys. Like I say, if it is, I can adjust that in editing, so we'll see how it goes. Let's kind of tuck in behind here and take a knee for a second. Because we got stairs here, and God, those are steep stairs, and they make my knees hurt. Well, we're not quite there yet. Also, let me know what you guys think of kind of the way that I have the UI set up here, where everything is faded out until it needs to be noticed. I do that just so the screen doesn't look very cluttered, and it helps with immersion a little bit, in my opinion. Because, yeah, we could just do that and, make it to where there's nothing on screen. Except then you can't see your gauges. You don't get your messages for, hey, I'm hungry or thirsty, or I'm bleeding heavily. You know, um, you can't check your ammo. Yeah. So, oh, we didn't check any of these. So I like having the gauges, but ooh, food. You know what? We'll take it. So I like having the gauges, but I don't like having them just... Oh, I can't go any faster than walking now. That's not good for us at all. Oh. And we also don't even have any more inventory space to check anything else here. So, mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Because I was going to check these little buildings here to see if we might find a yellow screwdriver. But we can just come back for those, because holy crap. Can I do... There we go. Now I can at least deal with you. Now, can I still at least jog if I just pick this up in my hands? Or does that still overburden me? Nope, that still overburdens me. Well, that's unfortunate. Drat. I'm gonna slowly walk down towards the bike, and then I'll just see you guys back over here. Okay, whoop. Okay, guys. Got us our last remaining empty backpack, and we're gonna just head back this way. We're probably gonna go ahead and hit the building, work our way through, and then come back up that other side. Don't need the candle for anything. Now, there's some military stuff here. I still haven't officially heard any NPCs. Ooh, yes, I will take those. Hey, I'm using that. Beautiful. You know what we will do? Let's just load that sucker, shall we? It's in good condition, so we might as well. But the reality is, if we switch to another weapon. Ooh, yes, please. Really need vitamin K and B4. You don't have either one of those. We could use the carbs, though. But if we do switch to a proper rifle, like something like the 1891, or perhaps the M1, I will probably start using my pistol as a primary combat weapon and use the rifle more for longer range stuff. Anywho, let's see if we got friends. I don't hear anybody. Damn it. Climb the freaking stairs. No, I don't hear anybody. At least not at the moment. So, okay. Oh, no, I didn't. It's right there. I was going to say I put that red screwdriver in the bike, didn't I? No. Now, I haven't noticed a huge difference between using, wearing gloves and not wearing gloves when it comes to lock picking. So I don't really know. Birdshot, no, thank you. I don't really know how much of a difference it makes. I know it does make some difference. I think what it does is it makes the window where your lockpicking is successful, I think it makes that smaller if you wear gloves. So it makes it a little bit harder to hit the sweet spot. But on like these basic world locks, I haven't really noticed that it makes a huge difference. You know what? We will start taking seeds. I wasn't really planning to plant a garden up there in the snow. But we might give it a try, because I know you can grow stuff up there. It's just not going to work as well. Now, one of you, I think during a live stream, had suggested that we could kind of change things a bit with the world for a series. In terms of, we could remove the puppets completely and just like massively increase the NPC numbers to where rather than being basically a zombie apocalypse type scenario like we have. God, I'm almost out of screwdrivers. It would basically just be like a, societal collapse. You know what? Sure, we'll take it. Does it fit better down there? No. Now, the problem with that is, even bumping up NPC numbers, I don't know how many we're actually going to get. And my concern is that it's going to make the world feel a lot more empty. You know what? I would not mind having one of those. But it's definitely something to think about. So let me know what you guys think on something like that, or if you just have any other suggestions for how we can change things to make stuff more interesting. Like I said, I talked about, changing the loot earlier. If we want to do something with the NPCs or something along those lines, we can certainly give it a try. I think the NPC thing would work better once they implement the NPCs better. Just because right now, I will take that because I will. I kind of want the bedroll, just from the standpoint of right now we still don't have a bed. Can I stuff those down? Yeah, I can do that. And then, can we do this? Can you fit there? I don't know how much space this needs. Yes, perfect. But I would not mind having a bedroll, either just to keep in the bike, or, you know, oh yes. Or just for back at base, because we currently don't have a bed. You know, I'm still working on that. I would like to build the actual bed and not just the cot. You know, but I still... Ooh, yes, you're in good condition. Okie dokie then. Well, what we might do, honestly, is wear that and... Because, I mean, this thing's full, so we're just going to chuck this into the chest back on the bike, and then I'll just switch to this for now. I'm going to go head up to the traders after this. And then after that, I'm not real sure where to go or what to do. So let me know where you guys think we should go next. Because, you know, right now we're here. We need to go back up to the trader. We could mess around down in this area some. They took out the bunker that was over here. I don't remember exactly where that bunker was. There is a bunker there. We could try it. We did that one... I think we did that one on the stream, didn't we? Or did we? I'm pretty sure we did that one on stream. Let's see. And then we've got, I think that is the observatory. Back up this way somewhere. I can't remember exactly where, but there's the museum. We could check that out. You know, we could kind of do that. You know, I'll hit the trader, and then we could kind of skirt down this way, and we can hit some stuff along this route, making our way back up to base. We can kind of decide what we want to do with the base or at the base. If we want to stay there, or if we want to go ahead and move. Because there's a lot of places that we could move to. Like I said, we talked about down here maybe. There's a nice cabin, I think right there, that I like doing a base at. The problem is it's not really convenient for much, but I mean technically I guess our base here isn't very convenient either. But it's got a nice view. There's the lake house here. There's all sorts of places that we could do a base. So let me know what you guys think on stuff like that. As far as where we should go, what we should do. Yeah, just take that. I'm going to go drop this in the bike. And then we're going to hit the little bit that's left going along there. It's pretty much just those sheds that are down there. Is pretty much all that's left here, aside from if we want to check the vehicles, or I guess there's a little shed back there. I don't think there's military crates and stuff like down in these areas. There's a little building though. But we'll see. Let's see, you can just go right there for now. Perfect. Yeah, that's fine. But anywho, yeah, if you guys have any suggestions at all for either what we should do next in this particular series... Ooh, tomato, yes, please. Oh, can I take it? I want to take it. It's nice that it actually works, though. They're hard to find anymore, ones that work. But now that we have the stove, the craftable stove, we don't really need that anymore. You have any money in you or anything? No? Okay. But yeah, I'm always open to suggestions from you guys. You have nothing but a seat and a headlight. That's terribly unfortunate. You do have a battery, though, so I guess that's good. But, that being said, I don't really care about the cruiser anymore. We got the sidecar bike, which has significantly more inventory space. We might as well check the cars and stuff while we're here. But I want the series to be as interesting for you guys as possible, because I can have fun just, you know, farting around at the base, doing whatever. You know, I enjoy just kind of living in the game. But I know that's not very exciting to watch, so any suggestions you guys have, let me know. I can't repair that. I mean, I can repair it up to 50, but that's not good enough. It's crappy duct tape, but maybe it'll get us good enough here. Yes, perfect. Thank you. We still have wire cutters in there. But also, again, just ideas for future series. I do really like the idea of, just like turning off the puppets and going with just a bunch of NPCs. But I don't know how well that would work with the way the NPCs are currently implemented. Once they add the other NPCs that they're talking about, like the wild hunters that just freely roam the map and will follow you back to your base and stuff like that, yeah, that would be very interesting. That being said, you're still not going to have a ton of them like at a location like this. I mean, you're not going to have, like a squad of 20 NPCs show up here. You're not going to come to one of these areas and have two different squads of NPCs, fighting each other or whatever. They're not implemented that way currently. And so you'll come to a location like this, and there will be 6 or 8 NPCs in there. If you max out the NPC numbers, that would be my guess anyways. You'll end up with 6 to 8 NPCs. And then there will be nothing else at all in this location in terms of enemies. And so I feel like it would make the entire world feel very empty. But we can give it a try if you guys would like to. And I mean, we could even just do a test episode. Maybe we should do it that way. I can just create a new character, whatever, and we just set that up as a test. Max out the NPCs, but turn off the puppets, and see what we get. Because if we can actually make it work, I think it would be an interesting concept. Let's see, we got all of these, didn't we? Yeah, okay. Well, that I do believe is it for this location, aside from checking the vehicles. So, I think we're going to call it for this one. There's never anything up there. I've checked that I don't know how many times. There's never anything in those. At least not that I have ever found. Now, I say that little room right there, I think it might have like a filing cabinet and just some little stuff like that. Did I get all these? Yes, okay. But it's not really worth checking. But I think that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, please hit that like button. It would really help the channel grow. It helps me know that you would like to see more. And again, if you have suggestions for how we can make things more interesting or more entertaining, or just general suggestions about, where we could go, stuff we could do. Because I know that single player is a little monotonous at times. So if you've got any suggestions at all, let me know. And with all of that being said, I'm going to go ahead and plug the links in the description as per usual. We've got St. Jude Children's Hospital and Wounded Warrior Project both linked in the description, so if you'd like to support either of those charities, please go check out those links. And then we've got my Discord server, as well as the Discord server for the Wolfpack multiplayer SCUM server, which is the multiplayer server I do all my live streams on. What the hell is up with my shoulder? Oh, that's just a patch on the thing. Anyway, the Wolfpack server is a PvE server. We have player-to-player damage turned off, as well as you are not able to pick player locks. So you don't have to worry about getting, shot or robbed by toxic players. It's going to be loud over here. So it's just a nice chill server if you're looking for a more casual play style. We have the sentries and dropships turned off currently. It's a brick. Thought maybe it was a sewing kit. We do have loot boosted slightly, as well as puppet numbers are maxed out. It's basically got the same settings as my single player here. So if you like my single player stuff, but you want to try it on a multiplayer server, or you're just looking for a nice, relaxed multiplayer server to either get started on if you're new to SCUM, or you're just looking for a nice chill one to meet people and just have fun, it's a great server. So go check out the Discord for that. Read the server rules page, and if it sounds like something you'd like to try, then get in touch with myself, Necros, or Cornbread through Discord. We are the admins for the server, and we will get you set up with the password. There, it's a little bit quieter down here. Kind of, sort of. And then we have my wife's YouTube channel, where she does a variety of videos, including ambient rain videos, comedy videos, paranormal videos, where she posts informational content on various haunted locations, as well as some evidence that we have captured. Oh, hi, friendo. There's one of you on the other side of this. Because we are amateur paranormal investigators. And then we do family live streams over there, where we play games like Phasmophobia and Ghost Exile. So if any of that content sounds interesting to you, go check out her channel. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.